Okay, in this session, I'm going to discuss pyramids and cones. A polyhedron that contains triangular lateral faces with a common vertex and a polygon base is called a pyramid. A regular pyramid is a right pyramid whose base is a regular polygon. If the base of the pyramid is a regular polygon, then it has a well-defined center. If the vertex of the pyramid lies vertically above the center, when the pyramid is called a right pyramid. Or if the axis of the pyramid is perpendicular to the base, okay, then the pyramid is a right pyramid. Otherwise, it is oblique, and the axis is drawn from the center of the base, okay, to the apex, no, or the vertex of the pyramid. And if it is a right pyramid, the length of the axis is the altitude, h. So in most of what follows, we assume the pyramid is a right pyramid, no, or a regular pyramid. So we name the type, no, of the pyramid, okay, based on the polygon. Here we have a square pyramid. Okay, and then the second one is a triangular pyramid, and then here we have hexagonal pyramid. Now the lateral face is an isosceles triangle if we have a regular pyramid. The total surface area is equal to the lateral surface area plus the base area. And the lateral area is equal to n, the number of sides, which is equal to the number of triangles. The area of one triangle. Okay. So the lateral face is an isosceles triangle. Here are the lateral edges. And the altitude of the lateral face, the triangular face, is the slant height of the pyramid. And then the base of the triangle is the base edge of the pyramid. So the lateral area is equal to n times 1/2 b times L, but n times b is the perimeter of the base. And the lateral area therefore is 1/2 the perimeter multiplied by the slant height, if we have a regular pyramid. And the base area is equal to the area of the polygon, regular polygon, if we have a regular pyramid. And the base area, since this is a regular polygon, so we can use the formula ns squared over 4 tangent of 180 degrees divided by n. And the volume is equal to 1/3 times the base area multiplied by the height. A cone whose base is a circle is called a circular cone. The axis of a circular cone is the line segment joining the apex and the center of the circular base. So if the axis is perpendicular to the base, then we have a right circular cone. If the axis is inclined with respect to the base, then the cone is said to be oblique. Okay, and the slant height will form a right triangle with the altitude h and then the radius of the base. So the relationship can be obtained by the Pythagorean theorem. Or L squared is equal to h squared plus r squared. Okay, to get the lateral area of the cone, so we try to cut the cone through this portion. Now the circumference of the base is 2 pi r if r is the radius. Okay, and then spread it out. Okay, and the shape would look like a sector, no? So the lateral surface area will be the area of the sector whose length of arc is 2 pi r, the circumference of the circle. Okay, then we have the apex, and then the radius of the sector will be the slant height of the cone. And recall that the area of the sector is 1/2 r squared theta, or 1/2 r multiplied by the arc length s. Okay, so the lateral area will be equal to the area of the sector. So applying this formula, okay, we get 1/2 the slant height, which is the radius, and then the length of the arc, which is the circumference of the base. So simplifying, we just get pi r L. Okay, that is the lateral surface area. And the total surface area will be equal to the base area plus the lateral area, pi r L. Okay, so the volume of the cone is 1/3 base times the height, similar to the volume of the pyramid, but this time the base is the area of the circle. So 1/3 pi r squared h will be the volume of the cone. Okay, let's solve some problems. So find the volume and the total surface area of a regular hexagonal pyramid 11 feet tall with a regular base measuring 6 feet on each side and an apothem of length 5.2 feet. Okay, so let's construct first the regular hexagonal pyramid. Okay, I'll draw first the hexagon. And then draw the lateral edges connecting the vertices of the regular hexagon. Okay, we're asked for the volume and the surface area given the height 11 feet. Okay, the height is 11 feet. Okay, the base edge is 6 feet, and then 6 sides. Now the apotem is from the center perpendicular to the opposite side. That is 5.2 feet. Now remember that if we want to get the lateral area of the pyramid, then we must compute for the slant height. Though the slant height is from the vertex drawn to the midpoint of the opposite side. Okay, so this is the right triangle containing the apotem, the height, okay, and the slant height. So h is 11, the apotem is 5.2. Ayan, so by Pythagorean theorem, we can compute for the slant height. Okay? So the slant height is 12.083 square feet. No, just feet. And the lateral area is 1/2 perimeter times the slant height. So that would be 6 times 6 for the perimeter, and then the slant height is 12.083. Ayan. So the area is I think this is wrong. Okay, let me compute again. Okay, so the lateral area is 217.49 square feet. Now the base area, this is the area of the regular polygon, so 6 sides and then 6 on each side. Okay, and then 4 tangent of 180 degrees divided by 6. Okay. Okay, let me compute. Is 93.53 square feet. So the total surface area is equal to the lateral surface area plus the base area, which is 93.531 plus 217.49, and that would be 311 square feet. The volume is 1/3 base times the height. Okay, we have the base 93.531 and the height is given 11 feet. So the volume is Yan. So, the volume is 343 square feet, cubic feet rather. Okay. Let's solve another right pyramid, but this time the base is a rectangular base, which is 2.8 by 4.6. Again, determine the volume and the total surface area. But this time the lateral edge is given. The height and the slant heights are not given. Now expect that the triangular bases are not congruent, no? For triangles. So we must compute for the individual, okay, area of the triangles to compute for the lateral area. Okay, so we have a rectangle which is the base of the pyramid, and then I'll draw the lateral edges. The lateral edges are congruent, 16 centimeters each. So, magkakaiba dyan yung slant height. There will be two slant heights. The one, slant height, same slant height on the left and right sides. And then, same slant height for the front and back. Front and back. Triangular face. So, 2.8, 4.6. Then you have the lateral edge 16. This one is the slant height. Let it be L sub 1. And then L sub 2. So, dalawa lang yung slant heights natin. Okay, this one is the base of this right triangle is 1/2 of 4.6. And the other triangle, yan. So they have, these two right triangles have a common height, no? The height of the pyramid. Okay, yan. So, half of 4.6 will be 2.3. And then half of 2.8 will be 1.4. Okay. And we need to compute muna for the height. Okay, para ma-compute mo yung slant heights. Now, the right triangle will come from the right triangle containing the altitude of the pyramid, the height, and then the lateral edge, and then half of the diagonal, no, of the rectangle. Yan. Okay, that is, so this is the right triangle. Okay, I mentioned a while ago. So ito yung lateral edge, and then half of the diagonal. So you can compute for the diagonal by Pythagorean theorem, no, knowing 2.8 and 4.6 dimensions of the rectangle. Yan. Hi. What's that? Ayan. So, 5.385 to 2. Half of this would be, so yan yung gagamitin natin para ma-compute yung altitude. Okay? 2.9. Okay, wait. 2.6926. Okay. So the height is equal to the square root of 16 squared minus 2.6926. Ayan. So since we already have the height, now we can proceed to finding the slant heights L sub 1, okay, then L sub 2. Now, the area of the rectangle is 2.8 times 4.6. Okay, so let me compute 12.88. We can now compute for the volume 1/3 BH, no? Kasi we have the base na 12.88 and then the altitude 15.7718, and that is okay, let me compute 67.7 cubic centimeters. So now we can compute for the lateral surface area muna. Note, so dalawang dalawang types ng triangles for each slant height, no? So I'm gonna compute muna for L1 and L2 on this side. So L2 is by Pythagorean theorem would be the square root of the height, okay, plus the square of 2.3. Okay, so the slant height L2 is equal to 15.94 centimeters, and for L1 that would be square root of the square of the height, okay, plus the square of 1.4. Yan. Okay, let me compute. So L2 would be 15.83. Okay, now let us compute for the lateral area, the lateral surface area. So two triangles, so 2 times the area of one triangle, right and the left side, triangular faces. So 1/2, the area of that each triangle would be 1/2. The base is 4.6, and then the slant height is 15.83 or L1, plus, okay, you have front and back, so times 2, and then the area of one triangle would be 1/2 the base 2.8, and then the slant height 15.94. Yan. Okay, so let's calculate. So, the lateral area is 117.45. That's centimeters squared. The total surface area will be the lateral area plus the base area, no? So, add lang natin yan. 12.88 saka 117.45. And the total is 130.33 or 0.3 centimeter square. Okay. Now, let's have another problem. Find the volume, the surface area of the cone with radius 4 meters and the height of 12 meters. Okay, let me draw, okay, my right circular cone. Okay, the radius is 4. Okay, tapos the height is 12 meters. Okay. So, knowing R, okay, and the altitude by Pythagorean theorem, pwede na natin makompute yung slant height. Okay? So, the slant height is the square root of 12 squared plus 4 squared. Which is 12.65. That's only meter, 12.65 meters. Let me correct that. Okay, so the total surface area would be the lateral area plus the base. Okay, not yet. The lateral area is pi r times the slant height. So pi times 4 times 12.65. Okay, the lateral area is 158.96 square meters. And the base area is the area of the circle, so pi times 4 squared. So that is 16 pi. And then, substitute na lang. Okay, we have the lateral area na. And the base area. So, which is 209.23 centimeter, square meters rather. And the volume is 1/3 base times height, so pi r squared h, 1/3 pi r squared h. So 1/3 pi times 4 squared times 12 squared. That is 1/3 pi times 4 squared times 12, which is 64 pi or 201.06 cubic meters. Okay, cubic meters. Okay, now let's have the last problem. So, water is flowing out of a conical funnel through its apex at the rate of 12 cubic inches per minute. If the funnel is initially full, how long will it take for it to be 1/3 full? So, what's the height of the water level? Assume the radius to be 6 inches and the altitude of the cone to be 15 inches. So, the cone is inverted. Okay, it contains water which is originally full. Okay, yan. So this is the cone, and the water assumes the shape of the cone, and therefore the volume of the water is similar to the volume of the cone. Okay, so you're given the height of the cone, which is 15 inches. Okay, and then the radius is 6 inches. Okay, we can compute for the capacity of the cone, which is equal to the original volume of the water. So the volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. Okay. That is 180 pi cubic inches. Now, water flows out of the cone, no, through the apex, and the rate is 12 cubic inches per minute. Now, if you want to get the time until the volume of the water remaining is 1/3 of the original volume. Ayan. We need the total volume that came out, no, of the funnel, which is 2/3 of the original volume. So we base the time on the 2/3 of the original volume. So 2/3 of 180 pi. Okay, so we put cubic inches sa denominator and then yung minute sa numerator. Ayan. So, yung cubic inches will cancel out. So, the unit would be minutes na lang. Ayan. And we compute that is 10 pi or 31.42 minutes. Okay. And we're also asked to get the height of the water level. Here, we apply the similar volumes na, no? Okay, the ratio of their volume should be equal to the cube of the ratio of any two dimensions. And in this case, since the height is unknown, so we take the ratio of the heights. Okay, so the volume of the water over the volume of the cone should be the cube of the ratio between the height of the water, which is unknown, and then 15 yung height ng cone. Yan. So HW will be the height of the water. So 15. Now the ratio is 1/3, no? That is the remaining volume. Okay. So the height of the water is okay, that is 10.4 inches. And if you're asked, although it's not required in the problem, no, but if in case you're asked to get the radius, okay, the radius of the surface of the water, which is circular, yan, yan, okay, we can use the ratio and proportion, no? Kasi we have two, okay, we have two similar right triangles, yan, and that is the radius of the water, and then sa top niya is 6, and then yung cone 15, tapos na-compute na natin yung height ng water, which is 10.4. Ayan, so ratio and proportion na lang yan to get the radius of the water. Ayan, R over 6 is equal to 10.4 is to 15. Okay. Ayan, so the radius is 4.16 inches.